If you have less than $1,000 and you want to start a profitable Amazon KDP business that can generate over $10,000 per month, then this video will give you the exact roadmap on how to do that. So if you are new to the channel, my name is Sean and I've made over $1.7 million from my own Amazon KDP business. I've been self-publishing since 2016. I hit $10,000 per month in my first 10 months of publishing, and I built a multiple six figures a year KDP business. I ran that for many years. Then I eventually sold my first account for $820,000. Then I started another new KDP account, which is also doing six figures a year at the moment. And most importantly, I've helped 1,700 plus students in my paid coaching program to make money with Amazon KDP. So I've been doing KDP for a very long time. I feel like I have decent results for myself, and many of my students are also doing really well. Many of them were in similar situations. They didn't have a lot of money to invest in this business. So in this video, I'm going to give you the step-by-step roadmap on how you can start if you are low in budget. So going right into it, why Amazon KDP, right? Why this is the business model that you probably want to pursue right now? Because selling ebooks is one of the best business models to start, in my opinion, right now. KDP is the best way to sell these ebooks or sell books in general. And compared to other business models, KDP is way cheaper to get into. Why is that? It's because it's a digital product-based business, right? Normally, if you do physical products, service-based, you got to hire, people with service-based businesses. With physical products, you have to pay for manufacturing, shipping, handling. There's so many fees, right? So usually the startup costs of these businesses are higher. With Amazon KDP, since it's a digital product, the things that you have to pay for, way less. And since it's Amazon and Amazon handles so many things for you, they also save you on fees and stuff like that too. On top of all that, with AI and new tools, creating books has become a lot easier, quicker, and also cheaper. Once again, you can start replacing a lot of things that we normally had to pay for before. Now AI can do it for free. All right, so the first thing I want to start with is the mindset. And let's be honest here. Most people who say they don't have the money, they don't have not even $1,000 to get started in a business, they actually do have the money. You are just afraid of losing the money because you don't believe in the business model, or maybe you don't believe that you can make it happen. So you think if you invest a lot of money in a business, you will just lose it. Because if you had the confidence that, okay, it takes this much money, but if I put it in, I'll make way more through my skill set and because the business works. If you knew that, if you knew you were going to get a better return, then you would not be afraid to spend that money. So most people do have the money. They just lack the confidence and the belief. So as a result of that, they say they don't have the money when they actually do. Because let's be real here, right? If you live in the first world country and you don't even have $1,000, then you probably got a problem. If you live in third world countries or other areas, then I would understand a little bit more. But usually it is not a financial issue, but more so a mindset belief issue. If you truly believe that you can make money from this business, then you will do whatever it takes to get the money you need to invest in the business, right? You will pick up more shifts in your job. You will borrow money from friends and family, or whatever. You'll find a way. When I started with Amazon KDP, I was a broke 20-year-old kid making 14 bucks an hour working retail, right? It was actually 8 bucks an hour plus commission, and it worked out to like 14 bucks an hour. I lived in Hawaii, one of the most expensive places to live in the US, and despite that, I saved $1,000 a month because I rented a super cheap place with 5 roommates so that I would pay the least amount possible for rent. I would never eat out. I would just home cook the same meal of rice, chicken, broccoli every single day, right? So I know it's possible to save money if you really wanted to, even on a low income. But let's say for the sake of this video, you really only have less than $1,000 to invest in this business. If that is the case, then this is exactly what I would do. So step number 1 is to create books with little to no cost. So what you want to do is start by creating low content or medium content books, because these are the easiest and cheapest type of book that you can create. In terms of the tools you need, you can just get Canva, which is free, ChatGPT, also free, and this is optional, but you can use tools like BookBolt whenever you go and create medium content activity books, which is 20 bucks a month. So this is how the BookBolt site works, and essentially you can use it to research keywords and stuff. I don't really use it for that. I honestly use it for activity books, puzzle books, because they have a tool that can generate puzzle books. So once again, it's optional, but if you want to check it out, the link is in the description below. Here's some examples of books that you can create. These are more medium content activity books. So these are word search books. BookBolt can generate these word search puzzles very easily. So this book is doing $100 to $164 every single day. So around $3,000 a month. And this book is a crossword puzzle, which is something that you can also generate with BookBolt. But this book is doing $86 every single day. So that is $2,400 a month. Now, if you guys want a step-by-step tutorial on how to create these books and start making money, I do actually have separate videos on this. I'll leave a link to both of these videos in the description below. You can also create different types of medium content books. It doesn't have to be puzzle books. So this is a would you rather book for kids. So it kind of falls into the joke book, riddle book category, but this book is doing $500 to $1,000 a day. So it is a significant amount of income. And if you look inside, it's just a very, very simple would you rather scenario like this. This is something that you can easily create with ChatGPT for free. Same as this book right here, the ultimate book of random fun facts. So it's just a compilation of fun facts. And this book is doing $100 a day, $3,000 a month. This is how it looks inside. One random fact about whatever topic in a row. This is, once again, super, super easy to create with AI nowadays. What you want to make sure to do is not just copy paste from AI. You can use AI to get these ideas, but obviously you will rewrite it in your own words. And the great thing about these books is that you can sell it as an ebook, paperback, and even audiobooks, right? So you can create additional income streams from this one book. So what you want to do is start creating books within these niches. And I recommend you start with 5 books. Now, when I say 5 books, I don't want you to just go and create a super generic, super low effort, crappy 5 books, right? I'm saying actually take some time, make sure that, your book cover looks nice, do your best, right? Because, you're just getting started, so maybe you don't have the skill, but still, take some time and try to make the best book you can, and make sure you do that 5 times. Focus on creating a good book by analyzing your competition, seeing what works, what doesn't, understanding what they offer, and strive to make your content better than theirs. But in terms of the overall expense so far, Canva is free, ChatGPT is free, and BookBolt is $20 a month. And you don't even have to do BookBolt if you don't want to make those kind of puzzle books. So, essentially the total expense right here is just $20 a month. The key is to learn how to use these tools effectively, because it takes time to get good at, using Canva, ChatGPT, all those things. Those are all skill sets that you can learn. Now, step number 2 is you want to outsource your book cover design. So your book cover is the most important thing when it comes to whether your book will sell or flop. So you can actually get a high quality book cover for $5 to $15. Obviously, if you pay more, you will get a better one. But if you're a low budget, then I would recommend you just start with something in this price range. And I actually think you should outsource book cover design from the very beginning instead of trying to make it yourself, because this is the one place that you don't want to cheap out. If you're not a designer and you don't have the design skills, then I would definitely not try to create the cover yourself. Make your book cover stand out from the competition. And once again, high quality book covers significantly impacts your sales. Now, I found some Fiverr gigs that you guys can go and test out. I'll leave a link to these in the description below. This gig right here will create low content book cover design for $15. And you can see her samples are pretty good, I would say, for what you're paying. If you have a little bit more money to invest, then this gig actually will create not only the book cover, but also the book interior as well. So he can create the entire book for you, basically. And it can go up all the way to $140 depending on what kind of books you want to create. This is for 2 books, so it's $70 per book. And you can see that, it's pretty dang good, right? The book cover, interior, these kind of things. So I'll leave a link to this gig as well. The bottom line is it doesn't cost too much to create a decent quality book cover. So if you outsource the book cover for 5 books, and let's say for each one you pay $15, then that is 15 times 5. So that is $75. So that makes the overall expenses so far at $95. Now, most people, after the book is done, they will just upload it to Amazon and they do nothing, right? They basically forget about it and they move on to the next one. While you can still make some sales here and there, you'll make significantly more sales if you actually launch and market the book. So that leads us to step number 3, which is to get reviews. But first, before anything else, you have to upload your book to Amazon. It usually takes about 48 hours for the book to be published. If you guys want a tutorial on how to do that, then I'll leave a link to this step-by-step tutorial in the description below. Anyways, a successful launch involves getting sales and reviews in the first 30 days of the book being live on Amazon. These initial sales and reviews basically tells to Amazon that your book is popular, it's in demand, so that Amazon pushes it more later on, which leads to organic sales over time. So in terms of getting reviews, the free way of doing this is, number 1, you want to join relevant Facebook groups. So if you got a coloring book, then you can join coloring book Facebook groups, right? There's a Facebook group for pretty much anything. Then you want to ask in the group if anyone would be interested in reading your book for free in exchange for an honest review. People will start commenting saying, hey, sure, yeah, I'll take a free book in exchange for, providing my feedback. So they will start requesting it. You'll send them the PDF file, and then you follow up with them 2 weeks later. Basically, you just say, hey, hope you enjoyed the book. How did you like it? Let me know what you think. And then step 4 is you want to send them the Amazon link to your book and politely ask for a review. So you just say, hey, this is the link to my book on Amazon. Do you mind taking a minute to leave a review there? So that was the 100% free way of getting reviews for your book. It does take a little bit of time, but it is completely free. If you're okay with investing a little bit of money, but cut down on the time significantly, then you can use a tool like Book Bounty. I'll just leave a link so you guys can check out the homepage and read how it works. But essentially by using this tool, you can get reviews very quick. Besides these two strategies, if you want to learn more methods on getting reviews, then once again, I'll leave a link to another YouTube video in the description. So far you paid for BookBolt, you got 5 book covers, and if you do choose to use Book Bounty, which is $25 a month, then your total expense is $120. So by using these methods, you can acquire a pretty significant number of reviews for your books. What you want to do is you want to aim for at least 10 reviews per book minimum. Obviously, the more the better, because the more you have, the better your book will sell. And once that is done, you want to move on to step 4, which is to run Amazon ads. So Amazon ads are optional, like pretty much anything in business is optional. It's just some things are way better if you do it. So this is one of those things, right? It'll help you achieve results a lot quicker by using Amazon ads. This is by far the fastest method to determine whether your book is a winner or not, okay? So what you want to do is to budget $100 per book. And from here, if the ads are converting well, meaning you're making more than the $100 you put in. So you put in $100 and let's say you make $150 back, then you will put that back in to grow it even more. But the good news is if it doesn't work, you just pause the campaign. So even if the ad doesn't work, you're not going to be losing a ton of money. In terms of which Amazon ad campaigns you should be running, I recommend you set up one automatic targeting for each book, one manual targeting, basically targeting the best keywords and best products for your book. When I say best, it's basically like, whatever your topic is about, right? So if your book is about decluttering, then just think of what other phrases people use to search for your book. Obviously, it's going to be something like decluttering book, how to organize your home, minimalism, those kind of related terms. Those are the keywords that you want to target so your book shows up when people search for that on Amazon. And for the budget, I recommend you just do $5 a day. Nothing crazy, just start with $5 a day and you can increase only if you're making more back. For the keywords for your manual campaign, let me actually do a quick demonstration on how you can do it. So the first thing is you want to download this free Chrome extension called AMZ Suggestion Expander. Once you get that, you will get this section. Basically, whenever you type anything on the search bar, you will get way more suggestions. From here, we're just going to type whatever our book is about. So if I have a storybook for kids, I'm just going to put exactly that. So I'm going to put stories for kids. And these are the related keywords that I have. So I'm just going to click here and download all these keywords. And then I want a little bit more. So I'm just going to go back and put stories for or delete the kids so that I can get a little bit more recommendation. And same thing, I'm going to download the keywords. And these are the keywords that you can target in your manual targeting campaigns. Once again, if you guys want a step-by-step tutorial, I'll leave a link to another video. But this is one of those things where it's overwhelming in the beginning, but once you learn it, it is simpler than you think. All right, so the Amazon ad budget was $100 per book. And since we got 5 books, that'll be a total of $500. So now we are at $620 for our overall expense. Now, if you have paperback specific books like coloring books, activity books, this is essentially the entire game plan. You want to run ads for a couple weeks, analyze the performance, see which books do better than others, and you want to continue to tweak the ads, but also improve your book according to the reviews that you're getting and also the Amazon ad feedbacks, which is step number 5. So you want to make improvements based on the feedback. So if your book flops, right, if it doesn't sell, then you want to ask yourself, why did this book flop? Was it the book cover? Is it the reviews? Do I have less reviews or did I get bad reviews, right? Because the content is not good, or is it something else entirely? Just try and compare your book to your competitors and really try to ask yourself, what is different? Why are their books selling but not mine? So go really deep on that. And the opposite is true as well. If your book sells well, then ask yourself, what made these books sell better? Like, what is different with this book compared to my other books that's not selling as well? Or what is this book special compared to, the competitors, right? How can I replicate this success on the next book? What is it, right? Once you identify whatever worked for this book, you want to try and do the same for your next book. So you want to improve each future books based on the feedback that you get. So by consistently improving little by little every day, you're basically setting yourself up for success. But on top of this, right, if you created books like storybooks, joke books, guided meditation, any of those books that you can actually create an ebook and an audiobook version, then there are actually more strategies and more opportunities that you can pursue, which is exactly step number 6. So turning your book into an audiobook. So audiobooks are very, very profitable, and you definitely want to do this if your book is compatible as an audiobook, okay? And in terms of the steps, it's super simple. You just go to acx.com, which is Amazon's sister company. So Amazon owns ACX. So you just go to ACX, sign up, right? right? It's completely free, and you want to put your book up for an audition, and you'll get a lot of narrators saying, hey, can I narrate your book? It costs this much, right? So you're going to negotiate a little bit, and then you pick the one you like and hire them, and they'll start narrating it. The typical cost of this is $50 to $70 per finished hour. Let me explain what this per finished hour really means. Okay, so the narrator cost, once again, typically is $50 to $70 per finished hour. That's all you have to pay to get a pretty good narration. A lot of people will obviously charge you for more, but you don't really need to pay more than this. Okay, so audiobooks are usually 1 to 3 hours, which means you only pay whatever the rate times how long the audiobook is. For example, if you pay $50 per finished hour and the audiobook is 2 hours long, then that means it's 50 times 2 and $100. So if we add this $100 into the overall expense, then we are looking at $720 now. Now, step number 7 is once you start earning, you want to reinvest your profit back into the business. You want to reinvest into scaling your ads. You know, we started at $5 a day, but if you're putting in $5 and you're making back $10, then you will be crazy not to try and increase this, right? So try and spend a little more. You know, maybe if you spend $10 or $20, even $50 a day, maybe you can make more back. That is how you scale ads. You do it slowly. A lot of people think you got to start spending like thousands of dollars a month in ads from the very beginning. Like, that's just stupid. Okay, you start very, very small, and once you confirm it's working, then you slowly increase. So that is how some of my students in my program, you know, they spend literally like 10, 20, 30K, 50K a month in ads, but that is because they're making a lot more back. Anyways, that is one way of reinvesting. Another way is obviously to create more books. And another way is you can start outsourcing more tasks, because in the beginning you did everything yourself, right? You're investing a lot of time, but you're saving money. But now that you have a little bit of money, you can start investing that money into saving you more time by hiring ghostwriters, right? To write the book for you, hiring illustrators to create illustrations for you, those kind of things. You also want to test new book types. My favorite book type is high content books. I think this is where you can make a lot of money. So whenever you're comfortable with it, I recommend you slowly test it out. If you guys want a tutorial video on how to hire talents on Upwork, the link is in the description. But Upwork is a really good place to hire high quality talent at an affordable price. All right, guys, so this is how you can start Amazon KDP with less than $1,000. Everything laid out step by step, even breaking down the cost. Because like I said earlier in the video, if you live in the first world country, like US, Canada, UK, Australia, and you say you don't even have $1,000 to invest in a business, then I genuinely think you got a mindset issue. Or if you seriously don't have $1,000, then you got a bigger problem than trying to start a business, right? You have some money management issue going on. Now, obviously, it's not always the case. I guarantee I'm gonna get some comments of people, you know, getting really angry about this, but 9 times out of 10, that is the case. Like, you live in a country that has more opportunity than anywhere else, and you cannot even save $1,000. That's just crazy to me. But on the flip side, I totally understand $1,000 is a lot of money if you live in a country that has weaker currency. Because since I work online, I am traveling the world, right? I lived in mainly Bali, Indonesia, Thailand, you know, different places like that. And these are technically third world countries, or, you know, some people get offended if you call it third world country, but the point is the currency is a lot weaker. So $1,000 is a lot of money for locals here, but they also want to make money, right? They're always looking for opportunities to better their life. So this video is mainly for people like that, to be completely honest. Like, honestly, if you live in the first world country, you should just suck it up and get a job, save some money, then use that money to build an Amazon KDP business, right? But I cannot give the same advice to people who live in Thailand or Indonesia. You know, it's gonna take them way longer. So for them, I think doing this DIY method is better. With that being said, this is not a get rich quick scheme. So expect to, you know, invest at least a year of your life building this business, you know, before you start seeing significant, you know, returns. Obviously, you're gonna make money on the way, but, you know, expect to take a year to see something pretty significant. You're building a legit business that's going to pay you for a very, very long time. Now, if you guys made it till this point of the video, and if you're serious about building your Amazon KDP business and you want us to help you, then I do have an Amazon KDP coaching program, right? It's the first link in the description below. You know, if you're watching this video, then that means you have less than $1,000 to invest in your business. And if that's the case, then you probably should not apply to join the program, because, you know, you will use up basically all your money to join the program, and you're not going to have any money to, you know, invest in ads and book covers and those kind of things that we talked about in this video. You know, try and follow this video first. But if you do have a little bit more money, right, and you want to work with us, then you can apply from the first link once again. It'll take you to book a free coaching call with one of our coaches. And from here, we'll see if it's a good fit for you or not, right? If it's not a good fit, we'll straight up tell you it's not a good fit. We're not trying to sell this program to absolutely everyone, right? I'd rather not take your money if you have a super crappy personality and you are going to be a nightmare to work with, because this is not just a course. This is a coaching program. We're going to work with you. Like, we're actually going to sit down with you one-on-one, you know, and do Zoom calls and stuff. So it's not like I can just, you know, give you the course access and forget about you, right? We actually have to spend time with you. So if you have a bad personality, if you're entitled, rude, whatever, you know, that we will get a sense of on the call, if you apply from the link below, if you have any of those, then we'll just straight up tell you, no, you know, we're not gonna do this, right? So that is how the program works. But the last thing I will say is that we believe in the program so much, right? We're getting amazing results for our students. A lot of our students are crushing it. The coaches that I hire also make really good money with KDP. And obviously, I still do KDP myself. For that reason, we believe in our program so much that if you try this out, and if you publish one book following our methods, and if you don't see results within the first 6 months, we will actually give you a refund, right? Because if you're not happy with the program, if you're not seeing results, then we don't deserve your money. So that's the guarantee that we have. But anyways, I'll stop rambling and I'll end the video here. So hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe if you did. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.